वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयम् करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दाय तपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतथा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामभिकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरनधी कैवर्तकः केशवः ताराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरम् हरिकथा सम्बोधनबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानम् मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजम् कलिमलप्रध्वंसि न श्रेयसे मूकम् करोति वाचालम् पङ्गुम् लङ्घयते गिरिम् यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
ओम
ॐ
श्री
श्री
परमात्मने नमः।
परमात्मने नमः।
अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः।
अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः।
पंचमोऽध्यायः।
श्रीभगवानुवाच
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 विद्या विनयसम्पन्ने ब्राह्मणे गविहस्तिनि
विद्या
विद्या
विनय संपन्ने
विनयसम्पन्ने
ब्राह्मणे
ब्राह्मणे
गविहस्तिनि
कविहस्तिनि
शुनि चैव श्वपाके च पण्डिताः समदर्शिनः
शुनि चैव श्वपाके च पण्डिताः समदर्शिनः।
तत्त्वं पश्यन्ति पण्डिताः कथं पश्यन्ति इति पृच्छेत्। विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे गवि अस्तिनि शुनि श्वपाके च पंडिताः समदर्शिनः भवन्ति। ब्राह्मण गौः अस्ति अस्ति श्वानं शुनि कुक्कुरः श्वपाकः। अत्र पंच प्रकाराणां जीवानां उल्लेखः कृतः अस्ति। येषु ब्राह्मणः सात्विकः विद्यावान्, गौः पवित्रतायाः प्रतीकः भवति, राजस सात्विक स्वभावः अस्ति राजसः, श्वा तामसः, स्वपाकः तामसः, अत्यन्तहीनः स्वपाकः। एतेषु सर्वेषु समदर्शनं, पंडिताः समदर्शिनः। समदर्शनं न तु समवर्तनम्। समदर्शनम दर्शनस्य दर्शनम इत्युक्ते समान समानत्वेन ब्रह्मदृष्ट्या सर्वं ब्रह्म इति दृष्ट्या ब्रह्म समं भवति सर्वेषु भूतेषु अतः समं ब्रह्मदर्शन दृष्ट्या उक्तमस्ति समदर्शिनः इति न तु व्यवहार दृष्ट्या व्यवहारे व्यवहारः समानतया न भवति भवितुमपि न अर्हति यदा अविद्या ज्ञानेन विनश्यति ज्ञानी सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानं सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि इति उक्तप्रकारेण पश्यति सर्वत्र ब्रह्म दर्शनं ब्रह्म पश्यति सः भेदभावं निराकृत्य सर्वभूतेषु आत्मा एव अस्ति इति पश्यति अतः आत्मनः भिन्नः किञ्चिदपि नास्ति इति समदर्शिनः किन्तु व्यवहारे व्यवहारे समत्वं न सम्भवति न करणीयः अपि इति अस्य श्लोकस्य अर्थः भाष्य सहितम् अस्माभिः दृष्टम् The important point is the samadarshinaha, it is not samavartinaha, samavyavaharaha. This shloka is often quoted, but sometimes misquoted also. Should look up, should have same treatment for all. It's not same treatment. It's not same treatment. It is everything is Brahma Ishvara. That is from the standpoint of the Atma Tattvam, Brahma Tattvam, everything is Brahma. But in Vyavahara, of course, there is Shaucham, Ashaucham, differences are there. The differences doesn't cause any dent in the Jnanam of the Pandita, Jnani. So that is what Bhagavan points out. In fact, this takes so much time to understand this teaching. So in Vyavahara, of course, we have differences. We have different classes of people. For example, VIP, VVIP, and general public. There are some divisions. So I remember when Swamiji's Radhabhisheka function was organized, there were different entrances to the hall, Odisha hall in Coimbatore. And there were entrances for VIP and VVIP, special people, and then common people, students, etc. Then we objected to the organizer, that is our Swamiji only there. We are studying Vedanta and why we distinguish people. But Swamiji was so patient, he didn't answer. In Vyavahara, all these things have to be followed. It's not that different. I mean, they are all different. It is some Vyavahara, these differences are there. These differences have to be there, have to be followed. Not that all can be accommodated together in the same place for different reasons. Strict security is also one thing. So it's important because that's a scope for misunderstanding this. This shloka we have seen, now we will see that Gita Priya Bodhini. Tad buddhayaha tadatmanaha tanishta satparayanaha, the previous shloka. Tad buddhayaha iti anena brahma vidyatina brahmavit yatinam sabdi. Sarvada kartavyatena yat likitam Kalpita nama rupadi agrahanena sarvatra brahma darshanam tad vishadayati. Kaha vishadayati Bhagavan. Bhagavan explains. Tad buddheha tadatmanaha iti purva shlokaha iti anena. By that shloka. Brahmavit yaha brahmajanati brahmavit jnani yatinam sannyasi brahmavit yatinam. Brahmavitan is a yati sannyasi. Sarvada kartavyatva yat vigitam. Always. To be done iti yat vigitam, that which is ordained by the Shastram. All these are kalpita nama rupa. They are nama rupa and it is kalpita on the atma, adhisthana atma. Iti agrahanena. There is no grahanam, there is no acceptance of this nama rupa to be real. They are understood to be mithya. That is agrahanam. Agrahanam by knowledge. Agrahanena. They don't consider this nama rupa to be real because they know it is mithya. Therefore, agrahanam. Sarvatra brahma darshanam pashyati. That vishadayati, that Bhagavan explains here how it is. Vidya vinaya sampanne. Iti. Vidya vinaya sampanne. Vidya is sarva veda shastra aditaha tadartha jnanam va vinayaha namrata upashantihi va ताभ्याम अन्यैश्च स्वधर्म परत्व प्रतिग्रह विमुखत्व सत्य शौच दयादिभिः गुणैः संपन्ने जगत पूज्य ब्राह्मणे. Here the Acharya explains who is Brahmane. So Vidya iti yukte Vedanam Shastranam cha Adhyayanam Tesham Artha Jnanam. Therefore Sarva Veda Shastra Adhitaha. The one who has studied all the Shastra, Veda, Vedanga, everything, that is Vidya knowledge. Adhitaha Tadartha Jnanam. Jnanam, Tadartha Jnanam, the knowledge of all the Shastras, that is Vidya. Vinayaha ityukte Namrata Upashantihi Antakaranasya Shantihi, humility, Namrata. Because knowledge should bring humility. Vidya Vinayam Dadat. Etai Tabhyam, by this guna, Tabhyam, Anyaischa, other things also. What are those? Swadharma, Swadharma Paratva, Pratigraha, Vimuktatva, Satya Shaucha Dayadibihi Sugunaihi. Swasya Dharmaha Swadharma. Swadharme Kartavyatva Parata, Tatparata, Nishta. That is one who is committed to one's duty, one's karma, committed to one's action. Pratigraha Vimukatva. Pratigrahanam is Dana Grahanam, accepting gifts, donations, etc. That is Brahmana, Vimukatva, they will not do, they are averse to accepting Pratigrahanam and Satyam, Satyabhashanam, Shocham, cleanliness, both Bhagya, Antara, Pavitrata, Shochaha, then Daya, compassion, Adivihi, the Karnat, Kshama, etc., all other gunas, Sugunaihi, Sreshta Gunaihi, Sampannaha, Yuktaha, Jagat Pujya is worshipped by the Jagat, the whole world, Jagata Pujya, Adaraniya Ityartaha. Brahmane, in that Brahmana, Kaschid Brahmana. So therefore, Brahmana is of this nature. Sadharma paratvam. Shreyan swadharmo vigraha paradharmo bhayavagaha. Iti Gitaya muktam uttaritya. Brahmanasya swabhavikaha dharmaha asti. Saha nityam swadharme nirataha bhavati. That is Brahmana. Then pratigrahanam, accepting and all. Tebhyaha dhana swikarat vimukaha bhavati. Manasa vacha karmana satyaha satyam satya pratishtitaha. Tadvata shaucham daya ityadi gunaihi. Sampannaha brahmanaha jatya gunena dharmena cha. Varama nikrishte स्वप्राणवृत्ति श्वानम अपि पचति इति वा श्वः भवितव्यम् इति पचति इति वा स्वापाक चण्डालः तस्मिन्नपि जात्या गुणेन धर्मेण च परम निकृष्टः वै जात्या गुणेन जात्या कर्मणा च परम निकृष्टः is that which is lower, inferior. Jati or guna, parama nikrishtaha. Swaprana vritti shvanamapi pachati. For living, swasya, pranavritti artham. So he survives on dog, eating dog. Shvanamapi pachati, and he consumes. Or shvaha bhavittavyam iti pachati. It's a beautiful definition Acharya gives. Shvaha bhavittavyam. Tomorrow I should be there. Therefore, cash for the tomorrow, stores for the tomorrow. So shvaha bhavittavyam iti pachati va taha shvapakaha chandalaha iti. He says shvapakaha chandalaha, outcast. Chandalaha iti tasminapi. Outcast not because of jati, or in the jati following this, therefore you can say, or by gunena dharmena. That is why Acharya said both, all the three. Jatya, gunena, dharmena. By birth, by gunas. Gunas means the Brahmana, if he does, then he is also Paramanikrishta or dharmena. So that is why all the three are included. Tasminapi. The Brahmana does, he is also an outcast. So, Jatya Sancharena Kshiradina cha Jagat Pavanyam Gavi Denau. Jati is Pashu Jati, that is Gauhu. Jagati Pavanyam Gau. That which purifies the entire Jagat by his Sanchara, by his movement, and by giving Kshira, Dadi, etc. All these are required for performing Homa and even for sustenance. It is considered to be pure. Therefore, Jagat Pavani, Kavi, they know. And Jatyadibihi Ati Nikrishte Tucha Bhuji Shuni Shunake. Nicha Vritim Kurvati Shunake. So by Jati and Ati Nikrishta, it is extremely inferior. That is which Tucha Bhuji Shuni. That consumes Tucha, which are inferior Tucha Bhuji Shuni Shunake. And Rajya Bhujye. राजपूज्य अस्तिनि भद्र गजे राजपूज्य राज्ञा पूज्यः राजपूज्य पूज्यः, that is the gajaha, the elephant which is royal elephant, worshipped by, which is held in high glory by the king and the kingdom, that is royal elephant. And Chakara is based on the Shloka. Therefore, Chakarat, Loštashma Kanchanadishu. Loshta, Ashma, Kanchana. Loshta is clay, Ashma stone, Kanchana gold. Ityadishu Sarveshu Padateshu Sarvatra. Tat Dravya, Tat Guna, Tat Dharma, Tat Karma Vihi Asprishyamanam, not touched by. Not touched by that dravyam, the substance, that guna, the guna, and the dharma of that, and that action also, pravritti, karma, not touched, sarvada, not touched by that, sarvada, akashavat, sarvada kashavat, sarvada akashavat, like akashavat, ekarupena, samarasataya tishtati iti param brahma, which remains same, sama, asprishyamanam, not touched by. Brahma remains untouched by the guna of the dravya, guna, dharma, or kriya, the action. It is samarasa, same. Raso vaisaha, samarasataya, tishtati, iti param brahma, samam iti uchyate, that brahma which is samam para brahma. Therefore, sarvatra samadarshinaha. This is Panditas is the same. Samam brahma sarvatra. Therefore, samadarshinaha. Tada eva sarvatra dashtam shilam eshante samadarshinaha. Sarvatra adrishthanabhuta brahmamatra darshanaparaha panditaha. She is Brahma alone everywhere. Aropita namarupadi agrahanena, as said before. So, who is a Pandita? Pandita definition is given. Yaha sarvatra samadarshinaha, and Pandita definition aropita namarupadi agrihitva. Agrahanam, buddhya manasa agrahanam. Dismissing the Namarupa, which are Aropita, superimposed on Adhishtanam Brahma, Sarvatra Adhishtana Bhuta Brahma Matra. Brahma is Adhishtanam of everything, and therefore one who is committed to seeing the Brahma everywhere, Sarvatra Adhishtana Bhuta Brahma Matra Paraha, Panditaha iti Uchyante. That is the definition, beautiful definition. Who has the habit, the Swabhava, the nature of seeing Brahma as Adhishtana of everything, dismissing all the superimposed names and forms, to see that the reality, that is Panditaha Bhagavachanam. Paravarekatva, Vijnana Poshkalyavantaha Panditaha, another definition of Pandita. Sada Samadarshinaha Eva Bhavanti. Paravarekatva, Paravara Ekatva Vijnana. Param Atma, or Param is Karanam, Avaram is Jivatma. So Paravaram, or Karyam we can say. So Paravaram. In Gita, in the Upanishad also, Akim is the Mandaka Upanishad, we have seen. Vidyate Hridaya Grantihi Chidyante Sarva Samshayaha. Chiyante Chasya Karmani Tasmin Drishte Paravare. Paravare Drishte Tasmin Drishte. Then Sarvani Karmani Chiyante Hridaya Grantihi Vidyate Sarva Samshayaha Chidyante. That is Paravara. Param and Avaram. Param is Paramatma or Karanam. Brahma, Karanam. And this Jagat Karyam Jivatma Avaram. So Paravara Ekatva. Ekatvam Aikyam Abhedaha. Vijnanam is Anubhuti. Vijnanam Sakshat Anubhutihi. Saparoksha Anubhutihi. The Jnanam which is Aham Brahmasmiti Jnanam. Drida Jnanam. Therefore, Jivatma Paramatmanoho Paravara Parayoho Karyakaranayoho Ekatvam Abedasya Sakshat Anubhutihi Vijnanam. That's why Vijnanam is Sakshat Anubhutihi. Jnanam Vijnanam. Vijnanam is Sakshatkaraha, Atma Sakshatkaraha. The Poshkalyavantaha. Poshkalyam is Purnata. Poshkalya Purnata. So therefore Purnatvam. So Panditaha Poshkalyavantaha Katam Vijnanena. Ekatva Vijnanena. Paravarekatva Vijnanena. Panditaha Purnatvam Parakashta Tata Uchyate Upanishadsu. Takashta Parakashta iti. That is Poshkalyavan, Poshkalyavanto, Poshkalyavantaha, Panditaha, Vantaha, therefore, Yuktaha ityartaha. Poshkalyavat, one who has is Poshkalyatvam, Purnatvam. This Purnatvam is not borrowed Purnatvam, it is discovering one's Purnatvam, which is Swarupa. Therefore, Sada Samadarshinaha eva. Therefore, he is Samadarshinaha, Sada, always, Brahmadarshinaha eva bhavanti, na kach, na Kvachit Vishyadarshina iti. Not Vishyadarshinaha is Samadarshinaha because of his vision, Atmadarshanam, therefore he is Atma everywhere. Iti Samadarshitvam Panditanam Dharmaha iti Sujitaha. So this is the Dharma of the Pandita of the Jnani iti Sujitaha Bhavati Asmin Shloke. So Panditaha is Panda means Jnanam. Panda asya asti iti. The Panda is Atma Buddhi. Yesham Atma Buddhi Asti Te Panditaha. In some other place, Shankaracharya says, Panda Atma Vishaya Buddhi Yesham Te Panditaha. In fact, I think in this shloka only, to the Vashyam of this shloka, Acharya says, therefore, Paushkulyavantaha Panditaha Sada Sarvadarsinaha iti Tadeva Panditanam Dharmaha iti Suchitam Bhavati. The commentary. Then the next shloka. Next shloka, this part we have seen, which is connects the next shloka. Nanu avojyamanaha te doshavantaha tamasamabhyam vishama same pujataha iti smritehe. This we have seen. One objection was raised. Abhojyanaha, that annaha, that is the annam which is prepared, which is offered by the Yajamana, who conducts the yajna, and who treats all the Vedis, all the priest treats samely by giving same dakshina. And the annam offered by him should not be eaten. Because he is treat the same, all the Panditas the same, all the Vaidika Panditas. Because that's a rule. Depending on the qualification, dakshina should be. Therefore, there is no samatvam there. So if at all, if the person treats everything sama, then it is sama samabhyam vishama same supujataha. Pujataha pujayam. Sama samabhyam. That is sama asama. So sama asama, there is sama asamabhyam. Sama asamabhyam vishama same. Vaishamya. So the Yajamana treats qualified people and unqualified also. Or that is, treatment is not given, appropriate treatment. So समय ही असमय ही समय क्रियमाणे or समय ही असमय क्रियमाणे, both ways. Then the annam offered by him is doshavat, doshava. Therefore, the annam offered is dosha, therefore yajamana is doshavan. Tasya bhojanam abhojya bhavati. The food should not be eaten. That is, therefore, Vishama Darshanam is emphasized by the Shastra and Acharya quotes from Smriti also, Vishama Darshanam. And here in this Shloka, Bhagavan says Samadarshanam. Therefore, when Shastra says Smriti, etc., the Shastra says it is Vishama Darshanam. That is proper. And now here it is said Dosha Darshanam. For that Acharya says, te na doshavantaha. Na te doshavantaha. Katam. Yet they are referring to Panditaha. How Panditaha cannot have any dosha. So Panditas Jnani, they are Jnani because they have got Samadarshana. Vishamadarsanam is required in the case of this Dharmi, Arthi, or Kami. What about the one who is a Jnani, is Muktaha, was the Vijnanam of this Brahma, Aprokshanabhuti, Atma Sakshatkaram. They enjoy Samadarshanam. Nate doshavantaha, they don't have this dosha, the defects of this Samadarshanam. The yajna, etc., when they are performed, it is performed for certain, performed with certain sankalpa. And therefore, as per the Shastra, the protocol has to be followed. So there, Vishama Darshanam is, Veda Darshanam is natural and it is required. There also, Veda Darshanam is, because it is ordained by the Shastra. That is, the Dakshina should be different, etc. Therefore, one has to follow the Shastram without questioning. That also, even if a Jnani performs, say just for argument's sake, if a Jnani performs, he could perform also, possible. Loka Sangrahartam, why not? Then he cannot have Samadarash, he cannot say Samadarasham, therefore give equal Dakshina. No, he has to follow the injunctions of the Shastram. Vishama can we say Vishama Darshinaha iti? No. Even though he is Samadarshinaha, keeping with the Shastram, follows the injunctions of the Shastram, and therefore accordingly gives Dakshina. But therefore here, taking that point here, the Purvapakshi says, how can you say Samadarshinaha when Shastra insists Vishamadarsanam? If a person has got Samadarshana, it is a dosha, it's a mistake. For that we say, Bhashyakara say, Na te doshavantaha panditaha na doshavantaha panditaha na doshavan. Katam au the next shloka. Shloka number 19. इहैव तैर्जितः सर्गो येषां साम्ये स्थितं मनः
इहैव तैर्जितः सर्गो
तैर्जितः
साम्ये
येषां
साम्ये
साम्ये
स्थितं
स्थितं
मनः
मनः
निर्दोषं हि समं ब्रह्म तस्मात् ब्रह्मणि ते स्थिताः
निर्दोषं हि
निर्दोषं
समं
हि समं
ब्रह्म
ब्रह्म
ब्रह्मणि ते
तस्मात्
स्थिताः
ब्रह्मणि ते स्थिताः
इह एव जितः सर्गः इहैव तैः जितः तैर्जितः तैः जितः सर्गः येषां साम्ये स्थितं मनः येषां मनः साम्ये स्थितः प्रतिष्ठितं भवति येषां मनः तत्करणं तैः इह एव तैः इह एव अत्र एव while living here, जीवन एव जितः कः जितः दिस् सर्गः दिस् संसारः जितः येषां मनः साम्ये स्थितं भवति तैः इह एव सर्गः संसारः जितः हि यस्मात् ब्रह्म निर्दोषं समं च भवति तस्मात् इति यस्मात् because Brahma which is sama nirdosham tasmat brahmani te avastitaah. So iha eva ityukte asmin janmani eva while living in this world taihi panditai mahatmabhihi panditaihi jitaha conquered this samsargaha, this samsaraha. Yesham, for those people samye samatva bhave यदा मनः सितं भवति दृढं भवति प्रतिष्ठितं भवति मनः and Brahma which is निर्दोषं दोषरहितं शुद्धं. It is शुद्धं सर्वथा शुद्धं. It is always pure. कदापि दोषसहितं न भवति. दोषरहितम् एव. रागादिभिः रहितं दोषरहितं. रागादि दोषैः रहितं भवति. अतः ब्रह्म समं सर्वत्र एकरूपं ब्रह्म अविभक्तं ब्रह्म परं ब्रह्म तस्मात् ब्रह्मणि ते स्थिताः प्रतिष्ठिताः भवन्ति. पूर्वश्लोके उक्तं विद्याविनय संपन्ने इति ज्ञानी ब्राह्मण गव अस्तादिषु सर्वत्र एकं ब्रह्म चैतन्यमेव पश्यति. अत्र समदर्शनस्य फलम् उक्तम् अस्ति. What is the result of enjoying the Samadarsanam? That is said here. Generally, people, Ajnanis, or even the Mumukshus, to begin with, in the beginning of the spiritual journey, what do they think? Marnantaram, Kaschana, Lokam, Gatva, Muktim, Muktaha Bhavami, iti. There is Ajnani, even Ajnani Mumukshu also thinks. Kintu atra Bhagavata Uktam, atra eva iha eva. Iha eva itikte asmin janmani eva iha eva अस्यां पृथिव्याम् अस्मिन् जन्मनि अस्मिन् शरीरे एव मुक्तिः लभ्यते. न तु भविष्यत्कालस्य विषयः इह इव. That is the significance of the word iha. It is not something to be gained after Maran. It is here and now. Yasya kesham esham मनः समत्वे स्थितं तेन तैः एव जितः भवति संसारः. अतः संसार जयार्थं कुत्रापि न गन्तव्यम्. अत्र एव मनसा अत्र एव जेतुं शक्यते. कथं? बै समत्वदर्शनम्. Therefore, Brahma being sama, it is nirdosha. Therefore, gaining the vision of the Brahma, samadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, tena atra eva iha eva jitaha. And Brahmanaha dve lakshane ukte atra. Two lakshanam. One is nirdosham Brahma, other one is samam Brahma. Nirdosham, how can you say nirdosha? Sarvam Brahma eva asti kintu doshaha santi व्यावहारिक जगति दोषाः दृश्यन्ते एव. प्राणिषु सत्त्व रज तमो गुणानां वैषम्यम् अस्ति. Therefore is not Brahma touched by these doshas, these guna vaishamya. No. Brahma is ever untouched. That's why Nirdosha, Sangaragitam, it is Nirdosham Brahma. That Brahma can never be touched by the doshas, what we call doshas or what we perceive as doshas in this world. Brahma is the only thing which is not yet become Uttishta. It cannot be. It's Ramakrishna Paramahamsa ji says. Everything is touched by our tongue except Brahma. So, therefore, Guna Doshebhyaha Savata Param Bhavati Brahma. Ataha Dirdosham. How can a pot touch and create a dent in the clay? How can a pot bring a dosha in the clay? Cannot. So that's it. It is clay is always clay, never untouched by the pot, existence of pot or non-existence. So Brahma, taha nirdosham bhavati. Brahma kutrachit nyunam na bhavati, adhikam na bhavati. There is no taratamya. Somewhere it is more, somewhere less. Sarvatra akashavat. That way akasha drishtanta is given in the Shastra. Akashavat samarupena vyaptam bhavati. Tasmat brahmani te sitaha. Therefore Brahma is samam. Sarvatra vyaptam akashavat. Nirdosham samam iti. Yataha Brahma nirdosham samam cha asti tata jnaninaha api. Therefore jnaninaha manaha api raga dveshadi dosharagitam samye pratishtitam bhavati. Sakshat Brahma rupam ahameva iti jnatva Brahma eva iti jnatva pratishtitam Brahmani pratishtitam bhavati. Therefore Brahmani eva sitaha tasmat Brahmani te sitaha iti. So therefore tasmat Brahmani eva sitaha. So therefore here Bhagavan says manataha samata eva paramartha stitihi. This is the samatvam of the mind which enjoys or which appreciates its samatvam of Brahma. That mind is an enlightened mind. That jiva is enlightened jiva. So therefore Iha eva, the jiva who considers himself to be bound by the abhimana of aham karta, aham bhokta. That jiva can become free only here, now, in this jagat only. Because the problem is ajnanam, the solution has to be jnanam. It is not by going to some other loka. Even if a person goes to Brahma loka and gets free, mukti, kava mukti, that karma bhakti, for that also the person has to be alive. He must be living, he must have some shariram. So, yata, in this world, as we have this shariram, manushya shariram, which is durlabham, therefore, asmin sharire eva, while living alone, here and now, not after death, moksha is gained, as we say. So too, even if we go to Brahma Loka, even karma mukti also, for that the person has to survive. The person has to live in a shariram. So therefore, moksha is only when a jiva is alive, not after death. After death, where will you go? So after death, going to Vaikuntha or going to Kailasha, no. That is all. That is not mukti at all, first of all. So therefore, moksha is here and now. And in the case of a jnani, after the death of his shariram, his sukshma shariram is also is dissolved. It means he doesn't assume another body. That is mukti, videha mukti, we say. While living is free, jivan muktaha. After the fall of the shariram, the karna shariram is gone, avidya. Therefore, sukshma shariram also is dissolved. Therefore, he doesn't have a cause to assume another body, and that is what we call videha mukti. In fact, jnana avasthayam eva muktaha eva. There is no deha abhimana, that itself is mukti, videha mukti only. Because videha mukti is not that body should be given up. Freedom from this samsara is videha mukti. And this videha mukti is of two types. Naimittika videha mukti, otherwise sadhya videha mukti. Other one is siddha videha mukti, videha mukti. Sadhya videha mukti, siddha videha mukti. Videha is vigataha, vigataha degaha yasya, yasyaha sa mukti. Vigataha degaha yasyaha sa mukti, videha mukti. That is the body is the body of the wise person. The jnani is dissolved. So jnani dies. Jnani dies, therefore, from the standpoint of the onlookers, is we say they say is as he has gained videha mukti. Because body is no more gone. Therefore videha mukti. That is sadhya videha mukti. That is only from the onlooker standpoint. But at the time of jnanam itself, he is free. That is siddha videha mukti. Siddha is the jnani. He has become jnani, means he has got knowledge that aham na shariravan, aham na shariravan, but aham na yata shariram. I'm not this body. I'm not this mind. I'm not these sense organs. Aham Sachit Ananda Brahma. I'm not this. This to be understood. I'm not this means not dissociation. Shariram is me, but I'm not the shariram. Mind is me, but I'm not the mind. Sense organs are me, but I'm not the sense organs. So not having abhimana with this sharira sangata, it is due to jnanam, and that is siddha videha mukti. It is siddha. It is not dependent upon the prarabdha kshaya. Prarabdha kshaya anantaram. Sharira patanam, and therefore mukti, videha mukti, that is sadhya videha mukti. After jnanam, the sharira has to survey because prarabdha karma is there. So once the prarabdha karma gets exhausted, then the jnani becomes free from this deha and therefore videha mukti. That is sadhya videha mukti. That is only from the standpoint of the people. Whereas at the time of jnanam itself, the jnani becomes free. That is siddha videha mukti. And that mukti is nitya. Nitya siddha videha mukti. While even having the body, enjoying the body, is free. Therefore, iha eva. Asmin Janmani eva, Sharire eva. That is Iga. That word is important. It is therefore moksha is not a post-mortem book, not after Maranam. It is here. The Iha eva Jitaha. Sargaha. Sargaha generally meaning creation. Creation is born, Utpatti, Janma. So Janma is there, therefore Maranam also will be there. Therefore Janma Marana Ragitaha. Najayate Mriyate va kadachit. Nayam Bhutva Bhavita Vanabhuyaha. Therefore, there is no Janma, there is no Maranam. That knowledge. Therefore, freedom from this samsara. Therefore, Sargaha. Ikha eva Sargaha Jitaha. Therefore, the Jnani who is free from all sorts of bondage while alive he is free and he is Nishta in Brahman. That is that Aham Atma Akarta Abhokta. Therefore, he is free from all the bandha, bondages, all the pashas, here and now. Therefore, moksha is not after death, it is here, now, here and now. So that is the shloka. Then the bhashyam. Iha eva. Iha eva
इह एव
jivad eva
जीवद्भिः एव
taihi samadarshibhihi panditaihi
तैः समदर्शिभिः पंडितैः
jitaha vashikritah
जितः वशीकृतः
sarga janma
सर्ग जन्म
yesham samye sarvabhuteshu brahmani
येषां साम्ये सर्वभूतेषु ब्रह्मणि
samabhave sthitam
समभावे स्थितम्
निश्चलीभूतं मनः अंतःकरणम्
निश्चलीभूतं मनः अन्तःकरणम्
तो इह एव जीवद्भिः एव जीवन जीवन्तो जीवन्तः जीवन्तं जीवन्तो जीवतः जीवता जीवत्यं जीवद्भिः. From the jivda to jivati, jivatbhihi shatanta, while alive, referring to the people, taihi, so te jivantaha, they are alive, te jivantaha te muktim prapnot. The mukti is not after death. Ato maranantaram. Atah jivadbhihi shatranta. Jivadbhihi taihi, jivadbhihi iha eva. Taihi kaihi, पूर्व श्लोके उत्तम पंडिताः समदर्शिनः पंडितैः Samadarshibhihi, that tells that Panditaihi, it is Pandita, they are Panditas, Jnanis, Samadarshibhihi, those who have the vision of sameness, that is sameness is Brahmadashibhihi, Panditaihi, Sargaha, this Janma, Jitaha, Sargaha, this Janma is birth, it means Samsara. The Samsara, Janma, Marana, Rupa, either Samsaraha, Sargaha, Jitaha Vashikataha is won over. It means they are free from this Janma Marana Samsara cycle. Even after Jnanam, if Jnanis take Janma, he will not be bound by Ajnana again. Because Ajnanam is gone, it's gone. It's going to be free forever. So, if at all, it's only if and buts. So, therefore, Samsara is gone, it's gone. So, therefore, Yesham, Samye, Chitam Manaha, Yesham Samye, Indi, Samasya Bhavaha Samya, Samabhave, Samabhave, the status of being same, which is Brahma, Brahmani, Sarvabhuteshu, Sarvabhuteshu in all the beings is Brahma, which is Sama, Tasmin Brahmani, Samabhave, Samye, Samye, this Samatvam, Tamasya, Bhavaha, Samyam, Tasmin Brahmani, Samye, Brahmani, Sarvabhuteshu, Sitam Manaha, Sitam Bhavati, Tatat Nischalibhutam, Manaha Nischalibhutam, Sitam Bhavati, Nischalibhutam, which is steady, firm in this vision of Brahma, which is Sama in all the beings. Nischalibhutam, Manaha is Antakaranam, Manaha Antakaranam, Samam Bhavati. The rest of the Vashya, we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद जी।
धन्यवाद गुरुजी।
धन्यवाद जी।